People in rural Bangladesh don't usually talk about fear openly. They avoid it, bury it under routine, prayer, and silence. But sometimes, what they don't say becomes heavier than what they do. This story came from Rahim, a land survey assistant working in 2012. His job was routine: travel, measure, record, report. Nothing supernatural, nothing dramatic. Until he was assigned to survey a patch of land that didn't exist on the official map. The project was simple: a rural road connecting two markets. But there was a gap, a blank space, no label, no ownership, no data. Just a small village, the contractor had said. People live there. Quiet people. That should have been enough to raise suspicion. Rahim, along with Kamal and their driver Babul, set out in the afternoon. The paved road ended too soon, giving way to a narrow dirt path that twisted through dense trees. The deeper they went, the quieter it became. No birds, no insects, no human sounds, just silence. After 20 minutes, houses appeared, old-leaning, lifeless-looking structures. No lights, no smoke. But signs of life were there. Fresh footprints, slightly open doors. And then, the old man. He appeared near a well without a sound, as if he had always been there. "You shouldn't be here," he said. Rahim explained their purpose, but the man's response was unsettling. "People come here every few years. They measure, they leave, and then they forget." "Forget what?" The man didn't answer. Instead, he asked, "Did anyone tell you the name of this village?" Rahim realized no one had. As they prepared to leave, the man gave one final warning. "If you stay after sunset, you won't remember how to leave." They drove off before dark, but the road back wasn't the same. At first, nothing seemed wrong. The car moved steadily, the same trees, the same dirt road. But after a while, Kamal spoke. Didn't we pass that broken tree before?" Rahim looked up. A tree with a split trunk, like two arms reaching outward. "Yes," he said slowly. They drove further and saw it again. Same tree, same position. Babel stopped the car. "That's not possible." Rahim checked the map. "Still useless." "Just drive," Rahim said, though his voice lacked confidence. They continued. 10 minutes later, the village entrance appeared again. Silence filled the car. "No," Kamal whispered. They hadn't turned around. They had gone straight, yet here they were. This time the village felt different, darker, heavier. The air seemed thicker, harder to breathe. And now, there were more people, standing, watching. Rahim stepped out again, forcing control over his fear. The old man was there in the same spot. "You stayed too long," he said. "We left before sunset," Rahim snapped. The old man tilted his head slightly. "Did you?" Rahim turned to the sky. It was darker than it should be. Much darker. They decided to stay the night. Not by choice, but because every path led them back. The villagers didn't stop them. They didn't help either. They just watched. Rahim and his team were given a small hut. Inside, it was cold. Unnaturally cold. "Something is wrong here," Kamal said. Rahim didn't argue. That night, Rahim woke up to a sound. Footsteps. Outside the hut. Slow dragging. He looked through a crack in the wall. Villagers, walking in circles around the hut. Their eyes were open, but empty, like sleepwalkers. Then he saw something worse. Among them, a child, smiling, the same one he thought he imagined earlier. The child stopped, turned its head, and looked directly at him. Rahim pulled back, heart pounding. When he looked again, they were gone. Morning came, or at least something that looked like morning. The sky was gray, dull, lifeless. Rahim approached the old man again. "What is this place?" The old man sighed. "This village was supposed to disappear. Years ago, a flood had wiped it out. Completely. Everyone died. But we didn't leave," the old man said. "We stayed." Rahim felt his thoughts becoming slow, like trying to remember something important, but failing. Kamal complained of headaches. Babul couldn't remember how long they had been there. Time didn't move normally. Days felt like hours. Hours felt like days. Rahim noticed something terrifying. He couldn't remember his own home clearly anymore. Faces of his family, blurred. Voices fading. "They were right," Kamal said one day. "We're forgetting." The old man explained. "This place exists between memory and loss. The world forgot us, so we remain here. Not alive, not gone, And if we forget everything? Rahim asked. The old man looked at him. Then you stay. That night, Rahim made a decision. They had to leave, not physically, mentally. Write everything down, Rahim told the others. Names, places, who we are. They wrote on paper, on walls, on their hands. Rahim carved his own name into the wooden wall, over and over. Then something changed. The village reacted. The wind returned. For the first time, a low, unnatural howl through the trees. The villagers gathered again. But this time, they looked angry. You're not supposed to remember, one of them whispered. Rahim grabbed Kamal and Babel. Run! They ran toward the road. The path twisted, shifted, but they didn't stop. Behind them, footsteps, dozens. The child's laughter echoed. Rahim focused on one thing. His name, his life, his home. I am Rahim, he repeated. I am Rahim. The trees thinned. Light appeared. Real light. And then they were out. They collapsed near a real road. A passing truck driver found them. Days later, Rahim checked the map again. The village wasn't there. No record, no name, nothing. Kamal quit his job. Babel refused to speak about it. Rahim tried to move on, but sometimes he forgets things. Small things at first. Then one day, he forgot his own address. And recently, he started hearing footsteps at night. Slow, dragging, and once, in his reflection, he thought he saw someone behind him. A child, smiling. And the worst part? He can't remember if he ever truly left that village.